Hello Sagittarius, it's Crystal Raven. I'm coming to you with your September read. This is an exciting month because Saturn's going direct, which means all the karma cycle we learned and all that stuff that's been going on lately. When Saturn goes direct, we learn what that meant, what the outcome of that is, what karma is coming back to us, and I have some new cards that are going to actually give us a sneak peek into what that karma is going to look like and how to handle it, okay? I've got another new deck. It's the Enchanted Map by Colette Baron Reed, who is clearly a favorite now of mine. I've got 5 decks of hers, so I clearly like her work. But please stick around towards the end for these karmic cards. I've done 3 other reads with them so far, and I love them. They're so insightful, so I hope you stick around. If you're new to my platform, hello, welcome. I hope you enjoy your read. I am going to get the overall for the month of the energy for overall from the Enchanted Map Oracle, and then I will be using the Spellcaster's Tarot, followed up by the Gilded Tarot to clarify, and then of course at the end I will be using the Karma cards. Okay guys, so remember that I read from the sign I'm reading for, so I'm reading for Sagittarius, so if the situation is vice versa, then just flip it, and for cross watchers, you know, just you would be the opposite sign reading it that way. So, and we're dealing with energy, so this is stuff we have gone through, we're going through, or we will be going through it, and I think that's it. Just, you know, don't get hung up on the gender of the cards, and remember that we are just working with energy, okay? So, here we go. Spirits to guide me, angels that protect me, goddesses and my God, thank you so much for everything that has gone on this cycle and the lessons that have been learned. They've been hard, but I appreciate all of the lessons that I've learned. Thank you for the enlightened moments. Thank you for helping me see things clear and help me see a clear message for the collective. Help me understand what you're saying so that I can give them the best reading that they could possibly have at this time in their life. Thank you for everything you give us. Amen. Also, I pre-shuffled just to save time off camera, so I will shuffle once and then I'll get into it. And I'm not taking personal reads right now. That's one thing I forgot to say. I'm not taking any personals. I'll let you guys know when I start taking personals, okay? Alright, Spirit, give me a message for Sagittarius, please, for the month of September. Alright. Number 1, Bone Collector. Ooh. Wow. Okay. So let me get the book, because I'm learning this deck of cards right along with you guys. Bone Collector. You are whole and have everything you need within. When the Bone Collector appears, she is asking you to look closely at your circumstance to see if you're fully present or reacting out of past conditioning and unconscious expectations. Woo! Whew. I know, this is going to be a deep one, guys. Whenever we're wounded, especially when we're young, it is if something essential is stolen from us. We adapt and accept a particular version of the truth that then sets up to behave a certain way in the future when faced with a situation that reminds us of the original event. When we know about ourselves, thus becomes influenced by the perception of limitation. You may feel unworthy or without courage. You may see yourself as flawed or unlovable, or expect to be criticized. No matter what your question, the Bone Collector reminds you that the truth is that you are a powerful being with limitless possibilities. She has kept safe what was stolen from you in the wounding, and is here for you as you reclaim it now. You have everything you believe you lack, and the bone collector is your inner resource. Act as if you have what you need, and you'll find you have it after all. Anything is possible. With awareness, the wounds of the past need not define you. Woo! That's deep already, guys. Okie dokie. So I'm getting my spellcasters and get some tarot out here. See what the tarot's got to say. Alright. Alright. Messages for Sagittarius for September, please, Spirit. Messages for Sagittarius. Messages for Sagittarius, please. For September. Do it one more time. Messages for Sagittarius. For September. Messages for Sagittarius for September. Wow, a lot of cards out here, guys. Alright. On the ground. Okay, so here's the deal. I kind of want to keep these together the way that they are. This was fine this way. So over here we have the Two of Pentacles. Page of Wands, and the Two of Swords. What this tells me, let's put this down a little bit, guys. What this tells me is that there was a decision that needed to be made. And you listened to spirit and knew when to be defensive and when to make the decision. And you made the decision. And you made the right one because you listened to spirit. And because you made the right decision, it led you to your lovers, to your ultimate happy, because you listened to spirit. And you made a decision to cut something out and go towards something else. You didn't let the past define you. You didn't let maybe past mistakes, past passions between you and your relationship, you know, maybe it was gonna be over, but you kept seeing signs that you needed to stick it out. And you made that decision. Instead of being defensive, you made the decision to actually go towards the one thing that you were trying to get away from. Over here we have the Six of Swords, but underneath what we don't see okay, we got the Six of Swords with the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. And then, because you moved away from the things that hurt you, you started out a brand new beginning with this Ace of Pentacles. You just moved away from anything that was not making you happy. And that's why the Death card flew over it too. Because anything that is not good for you is done. It's cut out of your life. You're just over it. You're not doing anything. You're just anything that is harmful. There's like anything bad thoughts, or like not bad thoughts, but like bad thoughts about yourself, like negative self-talk, you know, all that. You're done with all of that. Why? Because you found your strength, because you are an Empress. Because you've been through the ringer and back. And you've been carrying around this burden, this load, and been wishing and dreaming and hoping for it to lighten, and just prayers just out there, just, God, what do I do? How do I do this? I can't see where I'm going. And just been praying and praying and praying. And you find your answer because you go towards it with passion. Let's see what this answer is. That's amazing. Yeah, it's like it's a defensive choice, and I think it's because of the past. Here it says, you know, your past doesn't define you. It's that defensive choice, you know, being balanced in yourself and being balanced within a relationship, understanding that, you know, where there is the pain, there is that much love too, and realizing that, you know what, fighting over things that are just hurtful and painful does nothing but keep us in that hurtful and painful state. So I'm going to stop talking about those things, and I'm going to start talking about the love. And it just brings up a brand new opportunity, and you're just dying to the old things in your life. You're getting the strength to move forward because you are the Empress. You want to lay down all those burdens. You want to see where you're going. You've prayed about it. You know what you want, and you're passionately going towards it. That's amazing. Okay, so I'm not going to clarify every card because there's a lot of cards out here. But I am going to clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify the Two of Swords. Clarify this Two of Swords, please, for Sagittarius for September. Clarify the Two of Swords for Sagittarius for September. Yeah, okay. So, you got the Two of Wands and the King of Pentacles. So what this tells me is you chose what has always been solid and sturdy and always there for you in your life. That's why I'm saying you're returning back to a solid partner, like your person. And it's because that's the solid, that's the stability. That person never left. That person was always there. And you just didn't see it at the time because you were so wounded and so hurt. Let's do the Six of Swords. Yeah, the Six of Swords, Justice flew out. Yeah, you completed that cycle. You're moving away from the lies. Yep, you're moving away from all the things that have made you feel bad about this relationship. You're just done. You're done even discussing it. You're like, okay, forgive and forget. Forgive and forget. And I'm not saying you're going to stay with this person. Some of you guys probably are not going to stay with them, so I'm picking up different energies. Some of you, it's like you're moving away from all the lies, and that's the Justice, and starting something brand new. Maybe you got a new job, and you're moving towards your job, and you're ending that relationship just because they didn't grow. They didn't, you know, stop the lying. And what can you do? You can't do anything about that. If you're doing your work but they're not, you can't just stop your life. You've got new opportunities coming and you're going. And so moving away from all the frustration and stuff, and they're upset about it, oh well. That's their justice. That's your justice. You get this brand new opportunity to move forward because you did your work. If they didn't and being left behind because of their lies, that's their justice. That's their karma. 13:13 on the clock when I said that. Just saying. Everybody has to build their own karma. Ace of Pentacles. Clarify this Ace of Pentacles, please. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Okay. 2 cards fell down on the ground. Oh wow, we got a true match here. Okay, we got the Page of Swords for this Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. We had the King over here. And now we have the Queen over here. So what I'm feeling on this is that the ones that have stuck this out, the person who's in more of the feminine energy, and right now, more men in life are feeling more of that feminine energy, and the women are feeling more of that empowered masculine energy of making logical decisions instead of just all these emotional feelings and going cattywampus. So what I'm getting is that whoever's in the female energy right now is the person who probably was lying, and they're starting to open up and speak their truth and connect with their partner, their true match. The King and Queen of Pentacles is a very sturdy, strong relationship. The communication is just starting. It's like you guys went a long time without talking, or you were in a marriage for a long time and you guys didn't really have any meat to the conversations. It was always, a very surface level. And this cycle, you choosing to go ahead and be with that person anyways, even though there were lies, you want to move away from that, you just want to start over. They're opening up. And because they're opening up with this itty bitty baby communication, this page communication, it's getting it to where you guys are connecting on a level you've never connected before. And this person is like, whoa, what is that? And realizing you guys are the perfect match. You guys are the perfect match for each other. That's for the ones that are staying together. Okay? For the ones that have decided not to, and it's going to be a small amount because most are realizing kind of what they have in front of them. But for the ones that are not, I see this more as a work opportunity. You moving forward. This person you were with is your person. So for the ones I'm picking up on. And if they hurt you real bad, you don't have to be with them. I absolutely agree. You don't have to. I mean, this is a general reading. So, I mean, it's you do what you need to do for you and your safety. And maybe for some of you, it is to kill off this relationship and have the strength to move forward in your own power. I can definitely see that with the Ace of Pentacles, death and strength, that some of you have just said, no, I'm not doing this, and you're moving forward. And because you're moving forward, you're going to be prosperous because you're not staying stagnant. You're not just staying stuck. And that's the whole idea of the growth process, and our spirits, elevating is growing one way or another. And just because someone else doesn't act accordingly or do what we want or something like that, we can't just sit there and stay stuck in it. So you just killed off anything that's done, just that's not good for you. Anything that stifles your strength. Clarify the strength with the Empress, please. Strength with the Empress. No, that card wanted to come. Strength with the Empress. Okie dokie. So we got the Seven of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Moon, and then the Ace of Cups. What this tells me, guys, and you guys, this might trigger some people, okay? But what this tells me is that, as Sagittariuses are known for wanting freedom, okay? We just are. And some have, been with somebody for quite some time and really just kind of got into a nonchalant type of emotional stance with it because it just kind of wasn't moving forward. And they finally opened up and expressed it, but the Empress was ready to move on because it was just like, this is not moving forward, this is not going anywhere. But when the lies came out and the true feelings and emotions came out between these two people, instead of defensiveness and all that, the Ace of Cups presented itself. Both can see clearly what this relationship is. That's amazing. It was like going from mundane, all this stuff and all this hidden pressure underneath the surface, and just going about day to day doing everything you're supposed to, but your head somewhere else and your emotions somewhere else because you're unfulfilled and unhappy. But you don't want to say it because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings and you don't want your true emotions to come out. But when it all does, and the communication actually starts, and you start connecting with your partner, you realize that you both see and want and love the same. And you can see exactly what this relationship is. And it makes you go into the Ten of Wands. You just drop the burden. You're done. Why? Because you realize that this is what you've been praying for. What was right in front of you is what you've been praying for. So you just, Knight of Wands, quickest moving knight with passion, moving right back into this because you see that this is what you want. The past does not define the future of this relationship. Let's do the Three of Wands. What you've been waiting for, hoping and praying for, hoping and praying for, hoping and praying for. Hoping and praying, hoping and praying. Alright. One card down here. Okay. That's what I thought that was. Okay. So the hopes and prayers is the Chariot with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. With the Hangman and the Four of Wands. Trying to figure out what choice to make about this divine connection you've had. And this is somebody that you've known a while, because the King and Queen of Pentacles, they've been through some things together. That's why they're such a solid pair. Okay? For the ones that are not sticking with this and going on your own, it has made you stronger. You love yourself. You've come to terms with yourself. You're going into a new work environment and a great partnership. If you're worried about a contract with somebody or signing a contract with somebody, as far as a partnership goes with work, Spirit is telling me it would be a good idea to do that. Go ahead. That contract would be good for you. And very lucrative. And you would love the job. Yeah, it would really be a great decision. For the ones that are going back to a situation that has caused pain, because you know this is your person, you choosing to go back, to go back and connect with this person, to listen to them, it turned into the Ace of Wands. This Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Pentacles right here, double confirmation, and it's in the flesh. There was a conversation about the lies and the emotions and what's going on, and you connected, and you didn't think that the two of you could connect again. And when you did, that passion, that moment, that Ace of Pentacles, that tangible moment caused a passion, and you chose to go with it, and it got you out of this Hangman energy and right back into that Four of Wands, into that happy home, happy energy. You're not letting the past define this relationship. You've lived, you've learned, and then get loves. If you guys have said that in your head, I'm going to be cracking up. You guys have got to put that in the comment section below. When I said you lived, you learned, if you guys in your head said and then got loves, I'm going to crack up. Okay. Anyway, so here are the karma cards, okay? And it's planets, signs, and houses. Don't worry about that. I will explain as we go. I'll just pull these cards, and then I will tell you there's the part of the card where it talks about what we should do during this period, or the energy we should have been doing during the period, and then the actual outcome of this karmic cycle, what we've learned from this cycle, okay? Here we go. So we got the Sun for the planet. The sign is in Scorpio, and the house is the 7th house. Okay. So the energies that we, should be doing, should be, showing spiritually, is to demonstrate the extraordinary power of prayer diplomatically. So basically, you know, letting people know about our faith and what God's done for us, you know, just what's been going on. Maybe, you know, you're supposed to write about it, talk about it. Um, Prayer works, you know, and talking about your growth, your inner spiritual growth with people. So for mentally, what this cycle had us do was realize the highest and lowest aspects of relationships. If that is not a true statement, I don't know what is. This cycle really had us look at the highs and lows of all of our relationships and our parts that had to do with those relationships. In 2525, when I said that, and made us really mentally struggle with like who we are and you know what makes us who we are. And it, oh my gosh, yeah, that's a big one. It just mentally just kept going on and on and on. Our physical is act like a leader, control the situation, and get a fair deal. Understand that you shine light on your life. So any negative thoughts, put them out your head, because you're protected, you're safe, you're lovely, you're listening to the signs, you're listening to spirit, and God sees that. Okay? Don't worry about the past. Don't let past, you know, traumas or anything that's hurt you in the past stop you from moving forward and enjoying your life. You have a beautiful life ahead of you. With the Four of Wands ending, you're reading with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands with the Chariot. The Chariot means success in whichever way you go. And the Bone Collector is saying, don't worry about the stuff from the past. That's no longer part of your life. This chapter's ended now. Okay? What is the outcome, guys? Let's look at the outcome of this karmic cycle. Spiritually, it was the creation of purification to resurrect balance. Oh, that's a true statement too. To realize, you know, sometimes I think it could just be me, but I'm a triple Sagittarius, so this, you know, this can be just me. I can be so right or left sometimes, so black or white, so, you know, there's no balance. It's like so extreme, one way or the other. And I will tell you, this is where I'm resonating a lot with this, is I have had to find balance during this time. And that is a very difficult thing to do when you're not balanced at all, especially spiritually. So there was that. And then the outcome is mental, the gaining of respect for or from the secrets of cooperation. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, definitely having some respect for the people that have helped you along the way. And maybe that's not people that you can tell everybody, because not everybody believes the same way that you believe. But you know, you're realizing that, you know, you can't do it all on your own. That sometimes you do need somebody to say, hey, you know, it's okay. We all been there. We all felt this way before. You know, you're not the only one, you know, and allowing people in. Okay, allowing people in to be able to share that part of yourself with them. 2828, when I said that, you know, just ending those things we've told ourselves, the negative thoughts we've had about ourselves, and people won't love me if they know this about me or whatever. It's like, okay, so you're depressed. Call a friend. They do worry. They do want to know. You know, they want to know if you're okay. You know, stuff like that. It's understanding that, you know, you don't have to shout it out the rooftops that you're getting help for something because you're struggling, but allowing at least one person in to help you will be so beneficial. And I believe if you haven't learned that yet, you're learning it very quickly now, because this karmic cycle is ending. Okay, and you'll understand that there is a good balance of doing it on your own and being independent versus having some people you can actually lean on. There's a good balance in that. And for the physical, things brought to life or light resulting from the power of your partners. This is like realizing parts of ourselves that we've had to do with in our relationships, like our parts in it. Okay, partners doesn't have to be just romantic. This is just family in general, friends, you know, people, work, co-workers, realizing that the stuff that we have place in, I can't talk right, okay, our parts in it. It's like we were so defensive, but now we're actually understanding I don't need to be so defensive, because guess what? I'm not, you know, perfect either. And things being illuminated to ourselves in our mental mind is like, oh wow, you know, I don't want to act that way, or I don't want to treat them like that, or all along I thought they thought this about me. Now I know the truth because now they're speaking the truth. And now that I know the truth, now I feel really bad because I didn't know I, you know, talked to him like that because I didn't know the truth at that time, though. If I would have known the truth, then I wouldn't have been that mean. Or, you know, there's just so many like self-illumination situations that have happened with Sagittarius in this cycle, that it's like you can say so many things to yourself and so many things to others, especially when you think that you know something and somebody's been lying. And then it's like it gets all brought to light, and as much as it's like it's painful and it hurts, you've worked really hard on this, and it brings that Ace of Cups back, and that Ace of Wands, and that Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. It just brings it all back, and you forget about the past. That's amazing, guys. You can move forward forgetting about the past in whatever you choose, whether to be with somebody or not. You can move forward and you can forget the past. That has been your September reading, guys. That was amazing. Thank you so much for being here and all your support. I love you guys dearly, and I will be seeing you shortly. Have a wonderful day, guys, and a wonderful September. Bye.